You wake to silence from your pocket. The screen says, "Connection error." Your bank app is frozen. Your card is a rectangle of useless plastic. News headlines flash. Global currency collapse. Banks closed. ATMs disabled. Electronic ledgers unreadable. You reach for cash. Even paper is meaningless now. Every bill is a scrap of ink. The machines that read them blink empty. You step outside. The city looks the same, but feels different. People move with a new sharpness. They hold fewer smiles. Faces are lit by phone screens and worry. You are suddenly aware of the weight of nothing. Money no longer signals trust. It is a language nobody speaks. You breathe. You are on a different map. Shelves fill and empty in waves. The logistics web that fed you unravels. Trucks idle at depots, planes circle with grounded cargo. Supermarkets lock doors to control chaos. A line forms at the corner deli. You join it because you have to. Payments are tested and rejected. Hands exchange house keys, jars, bottles. The cashier counts cans like an accountant counts gold. Hypermarkets convert to ration points, scribbled on paper. Electricity blinks. The city runs on momentum. Pumps keep pumping because someone keeps refueling. Panic is a fever that catches like cold. Information becomes the new supply chain. Rumors move faster than bread. You hoard a little, give a little. Every decision feels like a cliff. Order phrase. Authority strains to hold. Policing systems trip on jurisdictional knots. Lines near gas stations turn into fences of people. Barter scribbles appear on walls. A barber trades cuts for canned food. A nurse trades stitches for warm blankets. Someone offers a generator for a month of meals. Violence sparks where need is acute. But so does cooperation. Neighbors who barely nodded now share keys and recipes. People create watch groups. Schools become exchange points. Prayer halls turn into distribution centers. You find yourself under a street lamp, negotiating a battery swap. You learn names of strangers fast. You learn the cadence of barter. You learn who protects and who prays. Governments stammer, then move. Emergency decrees appear like aftershocks. Military convoys roll to secure ports. State banks are barricaded. Politicians promise stability with hollow mouths. The international system scrambles for a new consensus. Borders tighten. Aid flights require proof of trust that no ledger can give. Local authorities extend power. Mayors become the new currency issuers. Community credit notes circulate in tight loops. A hospital in your district invents tokens for treatment. You see the raw architecture of power. It is not money at its core. It is access, infrastructure, trust. Who holds pumps, fridges, clean water becomes the new elite. You watch a logistic hub decide who eats. You watch a neighborhood garden gain strategic value. Innovation is a bright blade in the dark. People invent currency like birds build nests. Barter becomes sophisticated. Bundles of services trade like futures. You swap coding lessons for fresh eggs. A teacher offers tutoring in exchange for a solar panel charge. Cryptic reputations form on message boards. Data, bandwidth, energy, seeds knowledge, all start to count. Reputation systems blossom. Neighbors rate each other on honesty. Physical tokens, chalk marks, digital hashes. Everything tries to become lawful. Entrepreneurs repurpose printers into emergency banknote presses. A musician becomes a healer of morale and gets bread in return. Communities start issuing time credits. You sign up to fix a neighbor's roof in exchange for childcare. Trust networks form like mycelium under the city. You plug into one and feel a new kind of ledger. Human memory. Inequality recalibrates. Wealth as numbers dissolves, but power resettles. Those with land, tools, water, skills gain leverage. Those with vacant apartments lose nothing and everything. You watch neighborhoods bifurcate. Some communities electrify their markets. Others fall dark. Corporate giants try to adapt. They hoard supply chains with legal force. Small collectives redistribute through mutual aid. A rooftop farm becomes a fortress. Pharmacies that collaborate survive. Pharmacies that isolate fail. You see a teacher become more vital than a trader. You see a mechanic become royalty. The elite learn to trade influence for safety. The previously poor learn new currencies: competence, connection, courage. Every morning you assess which of your assets will keep you fed. Reconstruction begins with conversation. People invent rituals to honor what was lost. Markets reappear in new shapes. Local ledgers hold value again. Not because paper regains power, because people choose to trust one another. Community banks re-emerge. Chalk, tokens, promises, energy cooperatives buy panels together. Education becomes a currency you can spend and trade. Healthcare rides on solidarity. You volunteer. You teach. You trade a week of your skill for a season of produce. A patchwork economy grows. It is messy. It is human. It is slower, but it learns to be resilient. You find joy in small certainty. You laugh when a child successfully barters a comic book for a loaf. You grieve for the software engineers who watched lines of zeros vanish. You celebrate the farmer who saved seeds. The story diverges into futures. One path, central control returns. A monopoly claws currency back with force. The old rulers rebrand oppression as stability. You resist or comply. Another path, decentralized trust endures. Networks of villages, neighborhoods, and cooperatives stitch a new social contract. A third path, hybrid systems emerge. Digital ledgers anchored to tangible goods and community validation. You live in a city that tests all three. You wake one morning to see a referendum posted on a wall. You vote with labor, with presence, with a signature. You realize the real currency is participation. Money as you knew it is gone, but scarcity remains. Value is reclaimed where hands meet needs. You stand at a market square. Sunlight falls over jars and bolts and seedlings. A stranger hands you a cup of tea. You pay with a promise to help repair their roof. The exchange tastes like possibility. You close your eyes. You see a future where trust is minted every day. You see risk. You see hope. You are, finally, an active participant in the economy of your place. You are paid in things that matter. The ledger is written in human acts. You keep writing. If this story made you think, hit subscribe, drop a like, and stay tuned, because next time, we're stepping into another world entirely.